I'm Chris Manning.
And I'm Alexis Morgan. Welcome to a brand new episode of 2K TV. This is so exciting. We are virtual fans right now in a live NBA game.
That's right. We're inside the bubble right now, joining a bunch of fans to watch some NBA action.
I wish I could high five you right now. Can we try it?
Boom.
Ooh.
Like that.
Oh, there we go. Who is this guy? Who is this guy messing up our high five?
This week on NBA2K TV, we're checking in with the community. Mike Wang is back with expert tips on
traffic heading in and out of downtown Minneapolis, Minnesota. The setting for our broadcast tonight. Hi and welcome everyone here on 2K Sports. Can't wait to get some NBA action going. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thanks very much. In this era of player empowerment, no aspect is more important than their determination to make sure their voices are heard. As continued cases of social injustice come to light, they refuse to simply shut up and dribble, if you get my meaning. Instead, they're using their platform to affect change. Kevin, it's a movement among some very determined players.
Much needed indeed, David. Thank you. Well, this seems to be a game that can be very tactical, Greg. Both teams relying on execution in the half court.
And Kevin, you're going to see a lot of ball movement and body movement, and you can't just stand around and watch one guy go to work. I think that puts so much pressure on the defense with how the game is played.
And an emphasis on coaching, too.
Yes.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jake Crowder out there with Jimmy Butler. And there's Iguodala. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Dragic in the point guard. And for the Timberwolves, Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Johnson. Then it's Russell. Then it's Evan Turner. Some teams will make substitutions. Timberwolves passing it around. Lets the three fly. The shot that time, not on target. And Miami the other way now. This is their first chance to take a look at the Timberwolves this season.
You know, some teams just have your number, and that was the case between these two last season.
And the dunk by Cobb.
And I've never really doubted Cobb's athleticism. This guy was seemingly born to elevate.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Russell passes to Spellman. Back to Russell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Nunn kicks to Junior. It's good, and he makes his first shot of the game. And Junior, coming into the NBA from college ball, wasn't the top recruit from his class, Greg, but he showed what he can do.
Junior had some fantastic performances during his college career. Nobody was quite sure where he would land in the draft. This team's convinced that he can be a factor in the NBA.
Pocket 6. That ties the game. Russell's got 5 now.
Arguably the most dangerous weapon in D'Angelo Russell's arsenal. This guy is a problem for the defense.
Junior with it. To the middle. Olynyk inside. It's tipped. Lets a floater go. And Russell with the lay-in. 7 points in the game.
Well, D'Angelo Russell has the floater in his offensive arsenal. So important for a point guard in the NBA.
Here's Lamb, and the shot goes in. Junior's got the game tied up here for Miami.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Triano. No good from outside. So the Heat, their last game, a win against the Bucks.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
One thing we know, great teams in the NBA get production off the bench, and that was critical that night.
And here's Russell. He picked up 33 points in their last win against Charlotte. Triano, he's guarded by Lamb. Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
You know, didn't need two hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
And you're right, he can save the other hand for the next time. There's a minute 47 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Olynyk. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. And the Heat lead by 2.
Nothing like combining a long frame with a willingness to out-hustle everyone on the court. That defines Kelly Olynyk.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
The Heat making a switch here. Heroes checked in. Passes it to Spellman. With the floater, it's rebounded by Cobb. The Heat shooting to start out this game about 43%. Nunn passes to Lamb. We've got 1:13 left to play in the first. Olynyk. The shot comes out, and Minnesota now the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
It's always a good thing when the defense is scrambling. Whenever there was open space on the perimeter, their shooters were able to locate it.
And there's Cobb. That's good on the assist by Junior. Cobb's got 6 points.
But you got to have some muscle on the finish, and Hendricks Cobb refuses to let the defense get the best of him.
Triano. And it's Junior with the rebound.
And of course, we know the history between Cobb and Junior. These two seem to have their fates intertwined. They're always going to be connected.
And Greg, now the two rookies are playing for the same side. They've been competitive for so long, so it's nice to see them join forces. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Outside, Russell. Shot clock at 6. 18 feet out. Here's Dayton. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He has 6.
This guy is just working his tail off on the boards. You love the effort, love the energy.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. It's the Heat. They lead by 2. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
You want to watch me play?
And speaking with Karl Anthony Towns earlier, he was asked about how the team approaches defensive adjustments.
For us defensively, we stay very disciplined.
So they want to devise, Greg, a strategy, come in and impose their will.
And that's what they want to do, but the reality is the best teams in the league know how to adapt.
And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Well, going to the bench early, they obviously knew what they were doing.
As a coach, I think you get a certain feel for what your team needs, and credit this guy for not waiting around. He went ahead and made the adjustment.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the court for the Heat, Hero out there to Kendrick Nunn. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Cobb. And it's Lamb in the small forward position. Fans can be impatient, Greg, especially for the fans of teams that are slow to start a season.
And Kevin, the media,
Right.
I played in New York, and You know, in that town, you go big or you get talked about, no doubt about it. But with the way things have evolved now, and every team is a national team because every game's televised, it's starting to happen more in some of those smaller markets as well. It's just a harsh reality of pro sports.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Timberwolves were fined last season for resting D'Angelo Russell on the road in a nationally televised game. Minnesota said, we're a player-centric organization that's focused on learning and optimizing our players' bodies. I think you seem willing to pay a fine here or there to protect their players' health. Back to you.
Well, as a player, how couldn't you like that? Always watching out for them. David, thank you for that one. Earl Anthony Towns checked in for the Timberwolves. And Miami with a change here, too. Adebayo's checked in. Off the inbound pass, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. First free throw is good. Both shots good from the stripe.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
Pass to Towns. Over Adebayo. Misses off the right iron.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Nunn kicks to Adebayo. Now, here's Junior. Defended by Towns. The Heat shoot their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First one falls for Malik Beasley. He's checked in for Minnesota. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And so it's Turner with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. 7-point differential. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip.
The big cat climbs up and flushes it home.
Now, here's Junior. He's got 5. Kicks to Crowder.
This is a real strength of Jay Crowder's game. Give him these looks and he will knock them down.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. What you love about Crowder, he gives you a little bit of everything at both ends.
I mean, defensively, he'll take on anybody. He's smart, draws a lot of charges. Offensively, he can stretch the floor and he'll make the extra pass. He's also an opportunistic rebounder.
Dragic taking his time here. He kicks it to Junior. It's blocked. And for those of you just joining us in the second quarter, with about 3 minutes gone by, they double him with Adebayo. Over to the wing. Here's Dayton. That 3 off the mark. The Heat leading by 7. Adebayo passes to Dragic. Here's Junior. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Adebayo with the bucket.
You see the offense coming around for Adebayo. Entered the league with raw skills, but he's had the benefit of great coaching.
Beasley dishes to Turner. Here's the 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
A basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
A 78%.
Triano, defended by Lamb. Pass to Russell. There's 57 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And there's the pass to Okogie. 6 on the shot clock. Triano is guarded by Lamb.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now because they're refusing to let him get comfortable.
He's it up and in off the pretty assist. 7 points for Junior.
getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Cobb comes with the double team. Here's Dayton, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Dayton's got 8 points.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
7 points in the game. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
And a deep three from Russell. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Miami Heat in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Carl, they made a run there at the end. How did that happen?
We didn't do a good job closing the half. We got to contain them from not making shots. We just got to do a better job.
We'll see if you can do that. Thanks, Carl. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very... Teams changing it up here. Here's Junior. He's got 10. He feeds it to Cobb. Passes it to Hero. And he's going up for the alley-oop.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in. It's a circus move.
So smooth. And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. Sweet little forward. Russell's got 14 points for the game.
Well, you like to see D'Angelo Russell work his way to the inside. Proves he has some touch in the paint.
And for the Heat, Cobb is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Junior. Then it's Kendrick Nunn. And it's Hero into the shooting guard position. Russell high post. 14 points for him. It's the three-point bomb. He's got 9.
Well, the more repetition he gets, the more floor awareness you develop. D'Angelo Russell showing a desire to get his teammates involved.
Junior the pass to Cobb. It's good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Triano. And it's Miami with the rebound. Olynyk's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, this guy is doing absolutely everything he can to get himself going, but the team is struggling because he's struggling.
Junior with it. 10 points for him. 4 on the clock. 3-pointer. It's rebounded by Lamb. Miami's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg is a point guard. What is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot, and you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forward in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Now, here's Culver. He's covered closely. And it's Junior with the rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really, right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Pass to Cobb. To the paint, here's Lamb, and Junior throws it down.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Pass to Spellman. The pass to Culver. Offensive rebound. Okogie.
Yeah, the defender all over.
The Timberwolves have had 12 attempts at the line, making 8 so far.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And the first one drops.
Wow, they made every free throw here in the second half.
Good on both. And 101 left to play in the third. Nunn kicks to Junior. Pass to Hero. Here's Okogie. Pass to Culver. Hope they get it back. Here's Okogie. Second shot opportunity. That one a little long.
Going for that shot in that situation is something that isn't going to help the offense.
And in a way, by taking that one, he's bailing out the defense. It's just too easy to stop.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
And here's Culver. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Launches a three. That shot, no good. And so it's the Miami Heat sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. We've got Colts, and it's Layman in at the three, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Pass to Hero. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions. Like Greg just slammed up.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
4 on the shot clock. Hero, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. There's the pass to Lamb, and the layup's good off the glass.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Now, here's Culver. Defended by none. Stolen by none. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. And he uses the glass on the layup.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Passes it to Culver. Here's Okogie. Greg, your son's been drafted. You were drafted in the NBA. As you look back on the process that you went through and your son Cole has gone through, what are some of the flags? What are some of the things that stand out to you?
First and foremost, boy, how time flies. I mean, it wasn't that long ago, at least it feels like that they were calling my name on draft night. But
91, right?
Yeah,
91.
You know, every stage of life, though, has its joys. And listen, to play the game I love and now see him playing it at this level, it's truly a blessing. And in his case, he probably loves it even more. You know, he didn't grow up the way I did. He grew up just with a true love and passion for the game. So it's humbling and obviously something that I take great pride in.
You were taken out of UNLV 1991, number 12 overall. Remember it like it was yesterday. And Nunn has got the ball here for Miami. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Pass to Hero. Fires the three. Drills it from outside.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
The Timberwolves have gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6 and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Really solid read from Jarrett Culver right there. This is a team-first guy who enjoys passing.
Ray, compare the times when you played as an NBA player. Shooting is a question mark for Jarrett Culver.
A long windup, a little hitch in his giddy up, and shoots it kind of on the way down. He's reworked his motion. I like the high release, but it's still a work in progress.
Down the stretch of last season, Greg, we saw some teams resting healthy players, even ones out of the playoff hunt. And they got fined, but is the amount, which I think is about $25,000, is that enough to discourage that tactic?
You know, I don't think it is. Not when team revenues are measured in the hundreds of millions. You got to do more to keep them honest, but by the same token, you know, if I got $200 million invested in a guy, I want to protect my investment. And so if I can rest them here or there and prolong their career, I think my organization's all the better for it.
Pass to Junior. Back to Nunn. Wants to get it to Adebayo and does.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Culver passes to Reed. The dish to Russell. To the wing on the left. Now, here's Culver. Tight defense on him. Misses the three.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Now, here's Junior. He's guarded by Russell. Junior the pass to Adebayo. Over Reed. The shot by Adebayo, no good.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
What an effective, efficient offensive possession. They'd love to get that shot every trip down the floor.
Free throw good, Hernan Gomez. Greg, you know, we're seeing players take control of their free agent destiny. Do players get a bad rap for that and switching teams?
Listen, I don't know if you get a bad rap, but you're going to catch the wrath of the fan base. You think of Paul George in Indy or KD in OKC, and fans, they're going to feel jilted. There's no doubt about it. They're going to feel scorned.
Yeah. The Timberwolves shooting about 35% from the floor. Not much falling for them. Culver dishes to Russell. It's hauled in by the Heat.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Here's Lamb trying to get open as Adebayo. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting. The Timberwolves shooting 40% in the fourth.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Heat.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Junior.
This guy putting on a passing clinic. If you want to know how to run an offense, roll back the tape from this evening.
Miami controlling the game. Leonard the pass to Adebayo. Now, here's Junior. Down low. And then Leonard with the dunk.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Reed the pass to Russell. Here's the floater. Now, here's Junior. He's tightly guarded. The pass to Leonard. Kicks it to Junior. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
To a brand new episode of NBA2K TV. I'm Alexis Morgan.
And I'm Chris Manning.
Well, we're a couple of weeks into 2K21, and you guys have had time to explore the new pier and check out all the new changes in your favorite modes. So we thought it was time to check in.
In fact, over the past week, we talked to community members to get their first impressions.
We are nearly ready.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll...
Great stuff as always, GA. Thanks. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herder make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Miami, they've got Adebayo. Jay Crowder out there with Jimmy Butler. And there's Iguodala. And it's Dragic into the point. And the Hawks making a change here. Here's Park. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Philadelphia.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one, seriously put on a passing clinic.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Junior with it. A tremendous game he played against Minnesota. The Heat shoot their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. That free throw missing for the Hawks. Jones checked in for Collins. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And the second free throw, good. Atlanta's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Park passes to Teague.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
To the inside. Here's Lamb. And Olynyk kicks to Robinson. Good ball movement here by Miami. Bucket is good. The Heat lead by 2. And here is Teague. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Oh, nice to see Jeff Teague get down in there on the inside and come up with the bucket.
Nunn kicks to Robinson. To the paint. Here's Lamb. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Miami, they've gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
The Hawks have gone 8 of 15 from the field, shooting above 50% here tonight. Teague, the pass to Park. He gets it in there. Now, here's Nunn. He had 10 points in the win against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis.
And he passed the ball so well in that game, keeping everybody involved, even as he was racking up all those points.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. The Heat have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws. And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke, had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA, struggled just to find his rhythm.
Yeah, I think there were a lot of questions because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming. And Teague can be a knockdown shooter, especially from the free throw line.
And so it's Nunn with it. He brings it up for Miami, trailing by 2. Now, Junior, he has 6. It's stolen by Jones. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Here's Reddish. Nice D from Lamb. Miami's gone 3 of 5 from three-point land so far in the ballgame. Robinson for 3. Hands it from downtown. And the Heat lead by 1.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Teague dishes to Jones. Back to Teague. Passes to Labissiere. Clock at 6. Kicks to Reddish. From past the arc. That one's not going to go. And Miami the other way now. And this matchup with the Hawks is their first meeting of the season.
And they didn't have much of a problem with these guys last season, and quite frankly, you wouldn't expect them to.
The Hawks trail by 3. Park passes to Labissiere. He kicks to T. Pass to Park. And it's Miami with the rebound. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success. No question, he got bumped on that shot.
You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent and the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 20. I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Pass to Junior. Reddish grabs the rebound. The Hawks trail by 3. There's the pass to T. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Now, hard to match up with Jeff Teague because he's very adept at drawing contact.
And this will be his second and third shots to the line here. First free throw is good. And so T gets 2 free throws.
You can tell he's feeling confident right now at the line, and when he's on, he can be lights out.
Passes it to Lamb. Unable to get that one. Excellent D that time from Jones. Here's Park. No luck that time in the shot that would have put them on top. Good ball movement here by Miami. And Jones sends it back. Here's Park. This is to Labissiere. Teague against none. Good. Teague's got 9.
Well, nice shifty move from Teague to help create the look.
It's 9 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Junior with it. He's got 10. Olynyk, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one. 6 changes of the lead here.
And both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
None against Teague. Kept alive. Tries again. Park's shot is off. And we'll be right back after this. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Just stretching out the floor at first. They had the defense scrambling.
Pretty prime example here of how to space the floor and do it correctly. When you do it, that's the kind of thing that happens.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court right now for the Hawks. Labissiere out there with Reddish. And there's Teague. Then it's Jones. And it's Park in at the 2 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David. Very athletic. Thanks. Outside Teague. Second chance shot, and he lays it up and in. Teague's got 11.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
And the dunk by Olynyk.
Yeah, he can surprise you around the rim. Olynyk has some lift.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Teague. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Oh man, this would be a different ball game if they didn't have this type of scoring to rely on.
Here's Lamb, and Jones sends it back, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
Man, he's all over that.
Takes a 3. The shot by Reddish, no good.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on him. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
And here's Junior. He's got 12. Here's Cobb. And LaBissiere sends it back to the left wing. Here's Reddish. And it's Miami with the rebound.
This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Adebayo finds none. Now, here's Junior. Shot clock at 6. Rebounded by the Hawks. Jones has got 6 rebounds in the game.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
That's into the Miami lead is cut down to 1 on the bucket from Mark.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Now, here's Junior. Defense right on. And Jones sends it back. Right side Teague. And they cash in right away with a quick shot. Teague's got 17 now.
And when it rains, it pours. Another jump shot tickles the twine.
Nunn kicks to Junior. 54 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And really a good job of getting to the line in that first quarter. Hasn't been doing that as much here in the second.
Kevin Herter, he's checked in for Reddish.
Shaking his head moment there. Had a chance to put them out in front, but at least they're tied up.
Back to Herter. Outside Jones. Out of bounds, Hawks ball as Atlanta keeps possession. Atlanta with the ball. A nice shot by Teague.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Nunn looking around. Inside. Junior kicks to Nunn. To the right side. 6 to shoot. Junior the pass to Hero. Good work there as it goes.
The paint can open up for Hero because he's such a good shooter. Smart to attack. He had a chance to do it there.
Jeff Teague firing at all cylinders for the Atlanta Hawks. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, you have come a long way in this league. When you look at your career now versus when you came in, how different is it?
Much different. I think on the floor, I was supposed to do a lot more on both ends of the floor. And off the floor, I think it's still the same. People recognize my hair.
Well, it is a unique style. Jimmy, thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. If you're just joining us. We've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been... Getting ready for Miami. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for Bam Adebayo. Cobb comes in for Crowder. Junior's checked in for Jimmy Butler. And it's Duncan Robinson in for Andre Iguodala. Now, here's Junior. He's got 13. And stolen by Hunter. Junior's out there with Cobb. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Olynyk. And it's Dragic in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
Yeah, you could tell Hunter knew he was open, did not hesitate to find him.
Outside Dragic.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
That puts them in the lead. Parks got 4 points this quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Outside Robinson. Down low. Here's Lamb. And Junior throws it down.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
And with a name like Duncan Robinson, you wonder, were his parents Spurs fans?
Good call, GA, but I don't think so. He was born in 1994. That's a few years before Tim Duncan joined the Spurs alongside the Admiral. Good NBA name.
Junior the pass to Cobb. And the dunk by Cobb.
And the show of power from Cobb, able to work inside and cap it off with the slam.
The Hawks leading. Now Young. He's got 15. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one on Olynyk.
And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Jones checked in for the Hawks. T comes in for Hunter. Robinson for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Robinson's got it all tied up now for the Heat.
And that's just too much space to give a shooter like him. He works to get open, but the defenders have to work harder to nullify that.
Park passes to Labissiere. Here's Park. Lays it up off the glass. Park's got 9 points here in the second half.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
Here's Junior. He's got 15. To the middle. Here's Adebayo. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And Bam Adebayo has a chance to be a very good interior defender. The way he moves his feet, because he's so physical, he's a presence down there.
Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Brent Story has it in his draft workouts. The Heat ran Adebayo to exhaustion, then put him to the test guarding wing players.
Yeah, and they looked at him and said, in effect, you must not know who I am and the kind of work that I've done. He's got that kind of edge, and that's the thing that this Heat culture is always looking for.
Cobb kicks to Junior. The feed to Robinson. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Robinson's got 10.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Jones against Adebayo. 5 on the clock. Takes a shot at the elbow. T can't hit.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Robinson passes to Cobb. Junior with it. 15 points in the game. He dishes it to Cobb. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
The pass was right where it needed to be for Cobb. Rises up and lets that fly.
A minute 50 left in the third. The kick out to T. Here's Park, guarded by Robinson. Herder, another three for Atlanta.
Well, that's who Herder is outside on the perimeter, a confident long-range shooter.
Pass to Lamb. They swipe it. Park, that's good. And it's a 4-point Hawks lead.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game?
Pass to Hero. At the top of the key, Cobb. Down low. It's stolen by Jones. Inside. Here's Herder. That shot off the mark. And Miami the other way now. To the inside. Lamb can't hit from in close. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want.
If I'm them, I try it.
Here's Park, guarded by Robinson. And the pass to Herder. Lays it up and makes it in. Herder's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
Known for being a scorer, Herder is good at staying active and then looking to capitalize inside.
Robinson kicks to Junior. 17 seconds left to play in the third. To the paint. And the dunk by Cobb.
Nice move from Cobb, rolling off the pick. Gets some space and sends the shot right in.
And here is T. And Adebayo sends it back. Gets it off. No good on the shot. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Hawks lead by 4. Back after this from the American Airlines Arena. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. We've got team. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Park in the two-guard.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. Adebayo's got 3 assists now in this one.
And after a scoreless first half, you're starting to see signs of life here in the second.
Here's Park. He's guarded by Adebayo. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the first one at the line. Gets the pass to Lamb. Pass to Adebayo. And it's in there.
Bam trying to expand his game a little bit as he's able to knock down the catch-and-shoot jumper.
Park passes to Devin. Here's Park. Now the dish to Collins. Young with no one around. Trains the three-pointer. Young's got 20.
so many of the plays they're running designed to create opportunities from deep.
And I don't know how they keep doing this, but every time down, the resulting possession ends up at the three-point line and a fairly efficient shot attempt at that.
Ray, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
If some players do transcend eras, there's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation, or one of the best, and I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind, Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys, truly great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities, and those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And Crowder gets it to go on the assist by Dragic.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
1:27 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Park. He's guarded by Dragic. Young against Crowder. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the strike.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Atlanta.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Trae Young.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastated.
On the clock, shoots it. Andre Iguodala comes up with the rebound. Loads it up for Adebayo. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
That's everything you want there. Bam Adebayo up there, vertical, good hands, and a big throwdown.
We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Young pass to Collins. Here's Herder. Hits it from three-point range. And the Hawks lead by 18.
But the truth is, they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this one.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Berry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.
Yo, what's up everybody? It's your boy Sub. This year on NBA 2K21, I'm really enjoying my team. I'm a huge competitor and I really appreciate how 2K revamped the online ranking system for 2K. And man, I just want to get on the game, get some epic cards, play online, and just give people that work.
So a couple things I really enjoyed this year on NBA 2K21 definitely has to be the new neighborhood. I love the whole layout. All the courts are super colorful and it doesn't get boring to look at all. Next has to be the new dribbling system. I love the way the new dribbling looks. Everything about it is perfect. There's new signature size-up animations, escapes, brand new NBA player animations, just a brand new way to play the game.
Things I love about NBA 2K21 is that the dribbling is amazing. The dribbling this year is basically something we haven't seen before. Like, it's basically a mixture of every single 2K put it together. Now, something else that I love about NBA 2K21 is that the neighborhood this year, oh my god, the neighborhood is something that we haven't seen before. It's basically a whole new look. And this is only PS4. I'm super excited for PS5 and next gen.
The best thing about NBA 2K21, especially the My Team mode, is the new agenda goals. That thing goes insane. The fact that you're able to get a pink diamond Steph Curry on season 1, I think the team did a great job by making it so that we are going to end up using cards that we normally wouldn't use at this point in the game or at any point in the game. So I just think it was a really, really cool idea by the 2K team. And I, for one, I'm really excited. Almost at level 31, I'm going to get that Steph, guys. I'm going to get him soon.
The dunks, the flashy pass, the dribble animations, so they kick out green, three like money team, like what I was saying. And you boost that. I like that.
You know, dribbling is my thing, and I have never touched dribbling since like 16, 17. I haven't felt this much fun since then. Bro, mind blowing.
I'm glad that marathon club that is in the game, you know what I'm saying? TMC, the marathon continues. I love y'all, y'all be easy, stay blessed.
We are all about the community here on 2K TV, and today I'm talking to a special community member, not only helping people during this COVID times, but he's also a big pro-am and competitive 2K guy. Champ 2K, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, LD, man. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to talk about some 2K, obviously. I love this new game. It's awesome so far. And I also can't wait to talk about the competitive league, the NBA 2K League. If you haven't heard of it, you guys got to check it out, man. It's something else. But I really appreciate you having me on here, LD.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk some 2K21. The new game is out. What are you liking about it? What are some of your favorite things?
You know what, a lot of people over the years, man, like this game has just over the years gotten more and more better over the years. Competitively, I love it. I love the shooting so far. I know Mike Wang's made a couple, tweaks here and there, but I love it. I mean, all the competitive guys, we love the shooting. Dribbling, I mean, come on. I love the dribbling. It's just getting better and better every year. It's becoming more skill-based. Obviously, a lot of you guys know of my guy BP. My guy BP, man, he's one of the best dribblers. You guys probably know the BP build. Listen, if you guys want to become a good dribbler, that's one of the guys you follow. That's why you gotta watch the NBA 2K League to get good at this game. Because I'm telling you, man, if you guys want to beat your, all your friends, you gotta watch the NBA 2K League. And I'm gonna continue to play it. I've been grinding it. I'm almost a superstar one, so I've been playing it a lot. But like I said, I think the game's been great so far.
So, what build is Champ 2K running? Like, what are you doing, and are you gonna try for the 2K League this year?
So for me, I'd say I'm above average player. I'm not as good as those league guys. Let me tell you guys, there's some animals out there. But I will say, I mean, I've always been an inside center type guy. I like grabbing the boards. I like this year. I went on that 6'10" power forward. I'm dominating in the park. I started getting into that 3v3 pro-am as well. It's been awesome. But like I said, in a competitive pro-am scene, you got to have the right build. You got to have all your badges. And like so far, I've been grinding. I can't wait, to go out there and compete against my guys.
What are some of the schemes that you run in Pro-Am with people you know? Or
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks, for this midweek NBA action on 2K Sports. Alongside Greg Anthony and Steve Smith with David Aldridge on the sideline, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, good evening. It has been a hand-in-glove fit with Jimmy Butler in Miami. Coach Eric Spoelstra said he should have been in a Heat uniform long ago. it feels like he's about what we're about, and vice versa.
That warrior mentality, the common thread there, DA. Thanks so much. So here's Miami's starting group. Jay Crowder out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And there's Iguodala. And it's Dragic into the one. And for the Hawks. We know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league. And there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names. Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Robinson finds none. Here's Junior. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Cheeks out the ball. Here's Hart. Knocks down the three ball.
And he knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point now.
None passes to Lamb. Linnick. Down low. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
And there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Cobbie's checked in for Miami. The Hawks trail. Here's Park. He's coming off a 22-point game against Miami. Now, Junior passes it to Cobb. To the middle, here's Lamb, and he banks in the layup. Junior's got 5 now.
Crazy to think.
Okay.
Just how recently Junior took up basketball. We know he's a raw talent and was a football player back in high school. That's one reason why the upside is so high on him.
You know, Greg, you think of guys like Duncan and Embiid, the Dream. They all started playing basketball late as well, and Junior could follow their path. Nunn kicks to Junior. To the inside, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, they try and stifle Olenek, but his physicality lets him work right through it.
He had shot just one free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. And Miami making a change here. Heroes checked in. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Because he knows he makes a living at the line, he invites contact and sometimes even initiates it.
Outside T, pass to Park. Right wing, and the wide open shot from Reddish. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Getting into a groove. I love watching Cam rise and fire away.
Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags, but Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Nunn passes to Lamb. Can't connect from short range. Atlanta's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. Reddish, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Reddish has got his second basket.
Wow, what a pass there. He made that a very easy basket with that setup.
Now, here's Junior. He's guarded closely. Cobb dishes to Junior. Here's Hero. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Using his height and length there to prevent the second chance opportunity.
Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
Miami trailing. Junior the pass to Nunn. 29 seconds left in the first quarter. Clock at 6. The pass to Hero. Inside. Here's Cobb, and he's good on the 3-ball.
Well, spacing has never meant more in the NBA, and because Cobb understands this, he is excelling.
G with the ball. He had 22 points in the win against Miami. Puts it up from 17, and the shot is good. And the Hawks lead by 1. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Hawks ahead. They're up by 1. 2K Sports back in a moment here in... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I know it's early, but all those three-pointers, boy, do they add up.
That's their strategy. Try to overwhelm you. Try to put you in a hole you have to dig yourself out of.
On the floor for Miami, we've got Kendrick Nunn. Cobb is out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Junior. And it's Hero into the 2-guard spot. Pass to Junior. And here is Cobb. Defended by MYCAREER. Nunn looking around. Passes it to Olynyk. Here's Hero. Over T. Count it. And the Atlanta lead has been cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Hero.
And with an excellent understanding of the game, Olynyk is able to find open teammates.
Pass to Park. To the wing right side. Here's Reddish. Rebound by Olynyk. And so it's not with it. He brings it up for the Miami Heat. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we overanalyze things. Can be better to just let it go.
To the middle. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
That's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and Kemba was one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
The Heat shooting at 50% in a decent group. Junior kicks to Olynyk. Here's Hero, defended by MYCAREER. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's an offensive-minded guard with limitless scoring potential. I think Tyler Hero will be a household name soon enough.
MYCAREER inside, defended by Crowder. Jones, the pass to Reddick.
Oh, did you see that? One thing all scouts love about Cam Reddish, for a wing, he has a huge frame that typically holds well at this level.
Now, here's Junior. 5 points in the game. The shot by Adebayo, no good. Here's Atlanta now. They're on a 12-4 run. Those 3 pointers off the mark. He'd have gone 7 of 16, shooting just under 50% here in the second quarter. Here's Crowder. Rebound by the Hawks.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Takes it to Reddish. Jacks up a 3. It's all in by the Heat. Adebayo's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And there's the pass to Lamb. Outside Crowder. Goes back up. And Junior with the layup. Junior's got the game tied up here for Miami.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Young against Nunn. Now, here is Young. Not a lot of room. Here's Reddish. And it's blocked by Lamb.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Pass to Adebayo. Shot clock at 6. Deep 2 from Robinson. They get it again. Another shot. And Adebayo with a nice bucket inside. Adebayo's got 6.
This is what they count on Bam for, ensuring the play gets finished.
Young pass to Ball. No good that time. Now the Heat take it the other way. Here's Lamb. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Nunn against Young. Got it. He's now 3 for 5 from the field.
Took him a while to get going, but here in the second quarter, he's found his rhythm.
Nunn with it. Jones covering. Pass to Lamb. 15 seconds left in the first half of the game. To the paint. And Crowder gets it to go on the assist by Junior. Crowder's got the lead up to 4 now for the Heat. Here's Young from the arc. No good there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Miami ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, how do you think your team's played defensively?
We're playing our normal defense, which is be aggressive, disruptive. And for the most part, we've been able to cover ground except for the fouls in the basket.
That comes from activity, I know. Thanks a lot, Spo. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Young and Herder make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the center, filling out the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. Herder, no good.
Decent look from mid-range, but there may have been a better option for them in that set.
And Kevin Herder, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead and transition and create for others.
About 1 minute played here in the second half. Junior kicks to Iguodala. He feeds it to Junior. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. That one on Collins.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
The first free throw is good. So many people know your story, born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, playing in front of so many people has its pros and cons, but to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to edge our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And it's blocked by Lamb. Lets it go from 14. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. For Miami, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line. 8 of 9. Free throw good, Junior. And both free throws good for Junior. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Young. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
You have a slick ball handler like Trae Young. You can run pick and roll as much as you like.
Iguodala kicks to Junior. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Adebayo passes to Lamb. 6 on the shot clock. To the inside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
Clearly a foul.
For Miami, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them. That one is off. He hits the second from the line. The Hawks trail by 8. Young dishes to Capella. Back to Young. Down low. Collins. Back in. Coming off the assist from Young. Collins has got 6 points.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Trae makes quick reads and great decisions.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. And the shot's good from Crowder. Eight points for him.
3 out of 4 coming out of the half, showing good execution on the offensive end.
Young outside. From down in the low post. He goes.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. Junior kicks to Adebayo. And that one is good. And the Heat lead by 8.
Firing on all cylinders here in the third. Only 1 miss in 5 attempts.
Here's Young. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And the second season for Trae Young. Just unreal. 2:07 left in the third quarter. Jones finds Labissiere. The Hawks working the ball around. Young with no one around. He nails it. And we're tied up. Young's got 11 points in the quarter.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for starting.
And here's Junior. 13 points in the game. In a wide open look from Iguodala. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Another three for Atlanta.
And there isn't a lot that they're doing well right now defensively. They just seem to be disconnected defensively in the second.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Outside Robinson. Floats it up for Junior.
Great pass to set your man up with a high percentage look.
And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. It's a one-point game. Over Robinson. Trae Young again. Young's got 24 points.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trae. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. Hawks lead by 3. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. On the court for the Heat, Jake Crowder out there with Adebayo. Then there's Iguodala. Then it's Robinson. And it's Lamb in at the 3. A tremendous mobile one block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And that one's good. 100.
It seems like they found their rhythm offensively, and they're shooting the ball much better out of the break.
And the rejection by Collins. Young taking his time here. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Okay, incredible body control, the will to complete the play. Young with the potential and one.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also, possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
It's good, and the Hawks lead is cut down to just 6 points with the basket from Adebayo.
For his career, Bam shooting a high percentage from the field because he typically takes good shots.
Young for 3. Crowder pulls it in.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And Junior throws it down.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Now, here's Hunter. Covered by Lamb. Nifty move. Hunter, no good.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
Now, here's Junior. Guarded close. Yep, that one goes in there. Adebayo's got 4 points this quarter.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Young against Robinson. Here's Park. And the 3 ball is good.
do you agree with it? Is this a rectangle? Yeah. Next to this, and how many sides does a rectangle have? A rectangle has 4 sides.
And the Hawks lead by 5.
I like that. Collins playing under control, reading the floor. Nice setup there.
And the rejection by Collins. Young against Robinson. From outside the arc. Young, no good. The Heat trail by 5. Outside Robinson. Back to Crowder. It counts. And the foul. That's on DeAndre Hunter.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And the Hawks making a change here. Cabela's checked in. Heat also with the sub. Dragic is checked in.
A well-rounded player on both ends. You can count on Jay Crowder night in and night out, and you see the value he provides for this team.
Pass to Young. That one good for 2.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot.
The Heat trail by 4. Dragic the pass to Lamb. The dish to Crowder. To the middle. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Hawks. He's checked in for the Heat. Young finds Teague. Back to Young. Takes it off the glass. Young's got 35 in the game.
Unlike some great perimeter shooters, Trae Young is consistently probing for the best look.
Timeout called, the Heat.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis and get away from the sloppy fouls.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Trae Young.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he could do on that court tonight.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. Good on the first, and that trims the lead to 6. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one.
No way he is happy with himself right now. He knows he has to knock every shot down at this point in the game.
Miami's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Iguodala deciding where to go with it. Dragic dishes to Junior. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 5. And both free throws.
Good job finishing Okay.